Do you just have a fetish for cruise ships? Is that why you chose this apocalypse? Oh, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Tomahawk and Stu have a discussion while Tomahawk wears a shirt that's probably too tight for him. But I wore this shirt because it's festive for the topic of this episode. We are going to be discussing Apocalypse, and I wore an X-Men shirt, and there's a movie called X-Men Apocalypse, and it's so tangentially linked. But that's why I chose to wear this shirt. And this is me when I'm awake. I'm not sleepy and pretending to be energetic. This is just how I am.
It's true. This is how he is all the time.
All of the time.
It's very difficult.
Okay, so the topic is, what's the best apocalypse? Preferably one for a movie or TV show, or not, apocalypses. The world's already ending. Doesn't matter. Does any of this matter? What are we doing?
True.
Okay, let's jump in. All right.
Go for it, you first.
Yep, it's me first. Always and forever now. Okay.
Yeah.
No one can stop me.
That has never not been the case if you not going first.
Don't fact check that. Okay, so I'm going to choose the zombie apocalypse.
Damn it.
Did you have that in mind?
It was in my back pocket, but go for it, all you.
All right. Because zombies, they seem pretty easy to kill because they're your classic sort of Romero-esque zombies. And Emma Stone's in this universe. What's not to like? Okay, your turn. What's your opening statement?
I went with I Am Legend.
Ah.
Starring Will Smith.
Those are some weird way to phrase that.
I was trying to find an adjective for Will Smith, but I couldn't find one in time.
Starring Will Smith. All right, yeah.
Yeah, it's post-apocalyptic movie.
Do you just want to start back from when you were introducing? Okay.
No, it's good.
We can edit this out.
We can. My choice is I Am Legend, starring Will Smith. I feel like it is a pretty simple post-apocalyptic world to live in because all you have to do is have fun during the day and then just make sure you close your blast doors at night.
It's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Are we just doing one per for this one? Or are we gonna choose?
If you have more options, I'm open to hear them.
Okay, I actually have one that I think is pretty okay. The Matrix.
Damn it. That was in my other back pocket.
You should empty out your pockets, man.
I shouldn't.
I'm just pickpocketing your ideas.
I need to start going first from now on.
Never again. I said I'm going first from here on until the end of time, or at least until I don't feel like it anymore. All right. What makes The Matrix really good is that it's basically just your average everyday life now. Sure, the world has ended, but in the end, you just kind of get to go back to normal. And that's the end. It's your turn now.
I mean, that's fine unless you're like in the real world during like the Matrix going on. Because you might get pulled out like completely like against your will and just be like, hey, you're in the real world now. And then you have to like live underground and have like cave orgies and stuff like that. And that's just no fun. Well, I don't know about the cave orgies because I've never had one before.
That was a weird way to put it. Like having cage orgies and whatnot, and that's no fun.
I just feel like there's a better place to have an orgy than in a cave with like 100 people.
Okay. Top three places to have an orgy.
The comfort of your own home.
One.
I'd say a hotel room would be pretty nice because you can get room service halfway through. And number 3.
Gotta be good. It's gotta be like the creme de la creme.
Cruise ship. It's gotta be a cruise ship.
Like the whole cruise ship or just like one cabin?
Either that or like an island,
Yeah.
Anyway, my second choice.
What if that island? Hold on. What if that island has caves? I feel like
See, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't go into the cave. I'd stay on the beach.
Okay.
Although you get sand everywhere.
I love sand. It's coarse and rough and amazing, and it gets everywhere. I love sand. Okay, go on with your another choice.
Yeah,
second choice.
My next choice is 2008 smash hit WALL-E.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. You make it off the planet Earth, and you're flying through space on this giant cruise ship spaceship. I look at them. They just lay around, eat, pee. I'm assuming pee themselves the whole time. I don't know where their bodily fluids go. Since how they live in those chairs. But yes, everything's done for you. You know, mm-hmm. You don't see anyone like laying around in their own like discharges. They're just like vibing. I can tell you didn't like that word, but I just feel like if you're on that ship, you're living on Easy Street for the rest of your life. Now, you might only live to like 30, but it'd be a good 30 years.
I have a couple of things to point out there. First is you use the word discharge. And second, you described it as a cruise ship spaceship, and you chose this movie, and you said a cruise was one of the places you'd want to have an orgy. And I'm like, do you just have a fetish for cruise ships? Is that why you chose this apocalypse? Just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to put that in the back pocket, because I'm gonna have to tell my therapist about that later.
And once again, you use the word discharge. Okay. Zombieland. I'm gonna go back to Zombieland. I'm gonna defend that. So zombies. Let's not kid ourselves. Everybody is secretly, not so secretly, wanting a zombie apocalypse. When Corona first started, there's immediate rumors of there being like a zombie thing. And instead of people being scared like they were before, it was like, zombies? Do we get zombies? Because it gives people the option to let out their primal, like, just rage. Mm-hmm. You get to watch society crumble in real time, and it gives you this real hands-on experience where you can, like, sort of team up with a group of merry misfits and just bash some skulls in. And anybody who has ever worked retail during the holiday season definitely wants to bash some skulls in. Zombieland in particular, instead of just a generic zombie apocalypse, it gives you fun zombie stuff. Like there's zombie kill of the week, so it challenges you to get creative. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, I could get very creative with how to kill zombies. It's one of those rare instances. Zombie movies are one of those rare instances where you can really just get into like the nitty gritty of how to kill your antagonist, because they come in swarms. Mm-hmm. And you can do it in a variety of ways, as opposed to a lot of your other horror movies, which tend to have like one generic villain, and it gives you a emotionless sort of bad guy to combat against in this apocalypse. And as opposed to like aliens or a comet or whatever, it gives you the shred of hope of, things might be able to go back to some version of normalcy. Mm-hmm. And if not, Emma Stone is in this universe.
True.
And
that's true. That's fair.
Is there anything else that I could really ask for?
Other than Emma Stone, probably not. Probably not.
Maybe Margot Robbie.
Maybe. Let's see. Time to pick yours apart. I have not seen Zombieland 2. I heard it wasn't very good. I didn't see it. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
I probably should have thought about that.
So the one thing that I notice out of most zombie apocalypse type movies is that the zombies are never your true antagonist. It's always other people who are very selfish and are like, we're going to steal from that guy. So, they come in their big group and they try to kill you and your family. So your biggest threat isn't zombies, it's people. But on the WALL-E ship, which is now my number one over I Am Legend, I'm moving WALL-E above I Am Legend for my first pick. You don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. Like everything's given to you for free. And you get to live a very relaxed lifestyle. You don't have to go out and scavenge for food and defend yourself from not only zombies, but also just people with guns, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You have a much better chance of surviving until your like actual due date than in a zombie apocalypse.
So to go against what you just said, in most zombie media, yes, a lot of the humans are your real villains. Not really so much in Zombieland. It's
again, but you haven't seen the second one. Neither.
I haven't seen the second one, but I didn't say Zombieland 2. I said Zombieland.
I thought we were going with the franchise. Okay.
But I didn't specify, did I?
Okay. Technicalities abound.
I got him. I got him on technicality.
Okay, wait. Remember when Bill Murray got killed by Michael Cera? Not Mike, Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg. He got murdered by Jesse Eisenberg. Zombies was not Bill Murray's biggest threat in that movie. It was Jesse Eisenberg.
Do you remember how Bill Murray died?
Impersonating a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really blame him. All right. And that really is just another point for my universe.
Oh, really?
Bill Murray's in this universe.
Not anymore.
He was. And that means that Bill Murray media is in this universe. I can watch Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. They get to spend time.
Movies.
They get to. They get to spend time in Bill Murray's mansion. And Bill Murray even says, like, I just go out like this and I don't really have any problems. He's able to, up until this point, that he actively goes out of his way to scare somebody pretending to be a zombie with a guy who has a shotgun. Up until this moment, he's been fine. Yeah, Zombieland. Okay, your turn. Actually, I didn't pick apart your stupid Wally thing.
Yeah, pick apart Wally, please.
I'm going to pick apart Wally.
You can try. I don't think you can.
He's a stupid little trash robot, and I don't like him.
I think you just lost the argument, bud.
I don't actually believe that. It's pretty good. How about right now, we just both do our best Wally impression?
Wally.
Wally.
Not bad.
I think we lost all our viewers.
I think we did too. It's time to start over.
Okay, so why Wally is bad? There's very little hope for humanity in this. Not only did they blow themselves off the planet, they created an evil AI that's like keeping them prisoner on their ship. So that's two apocalypses on top of each other.
You wouldn't say it's evil.
Really? Who's the bad guy in the movie? Who's the bad guy in the movie?
I mean, if you want to be like surreal with it, you can just say the humans are the bad guy because they got themselves into that mess.
It's the robot. It's the ripoff from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It is. You're right. What? Okay. So what are his motivations? What's his evil scheme?
I don't fully remember, but it's to maintain purpose. Correct?
It's actually not even his fault. His last directive was the president telling him that the Earth is done for. We can never go back. So all he has to do is just keep the ship sailing. And he's like, I'm just going to keep the ship sailing because that was the purpose given to me by the president.
Sure. And Ultron, his only objective was peace on Earth. That was it.
By wiping out humanity, yes.
Yeah, that was added by him. The ways in which you choose to go about your mission are just as important as the mission itself.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bad guy. So you have evil AI, Terminator Skynet on the horizon while the Earth is already blown to smithereens. So yeah, Wally sucks. Like the hope for the planet, like the hope in the movie is symbolized by this tiny little plant. It's like, oh look, there's a plant on all of Earth. You have a plant.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No,
that's
but
bad.
We're not talking about that. We're just talking about which one would you rather live? Would you rather be, scavenging, being on the lookout for zombies eating your face, having cans of beans for every meal? Or would you have a very cushy, easy, breezy life?
Cover girl.
All
right. I don't think you really talked about I Am Legend. And I don't remember what my other one was. The Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Matrix is pretty self-explanatory because it's just, you can kind of live a normal life.
Mm-hmm. Except for
And
the occasional guy taking over your consciousness to kill somebody.
that's just going to reset. So you're just kind of in a time loop.
I mean, eventually it will. But like, whenever like people get taken over by like the agents just like leave the body where they like wherever they want. So like you get taken over, you kill someone who's like from the outside, and the agent disappears from your consciousness, and you're just sitting there with like a gun in your hand and a dead body on the floor. And then you have life in prison because you have no idea why.
But does the Matrix itself not reset after 1999?
No, I think it just goes until it crashes, like until people are like, hey, this isn't good.
Well, we're going to have an editor's note right here. What's the deal with the Matrix? You need to talk about I Am Legend.
I do. You get a cool dog. You can take anyone's car and just drive it around. And like I said, as long as you go to bed and go home at night, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to worry about. And also don't go into like dark alleyways. But other than that, you're good.
My rebuttal against that real fast is Will Smith is clearly in a terrible psychological state where he's talking to mannequins and he's wanting desperately to get up the courage to ask out this one girl mannequin, but he can't do it. Mm-hmm. So it's clearly taking a psychological toll. If you'd like to provide a rebuttal before we end this.
It's kind of weird that he went through all that time in New York and didn't realize there was like a mother and a child also living in New York that whole time.
Have an answer to that. I'm not going to get into it. So Who do you think won this? Which argument do you think it was? Comment below. Let us know. We appreciate it. Please subscribe to this channel. Look at my subscriber count. I can use it. I appreciate your charity. And like this video and share it around. All of it is so helpful and it means the world to me. Stuart, you have your own crap.
I do?
You have your own stuff. And you can talk about that right now.
Well, you see, I do have this one thing called Twitch. I don't own it, unfortunately. But I do have a channel called twitch.tv/Sulu_. And I also have a YouTube channel of the same name. I'll be uploading Let's Plays on that.
I have a podcast called The Silly Cast. It's on my YouTube channel. You can also check it out on all the major podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, etc.
When are you going to have me back on the podcast?
Soon.
Will I ever be a guest again, or did I ruin it?
We can talk about that later. Okay, bye.
Bye.
So I can't believe I didn't say this in the episode. Because I didn't anticipate saying anything along the lines of, so do you have a cruise ship fetish or what? But then I noticed, of course he does. He's always wearing these Hawaiian shirts. Of course he does.
This is going to need a lot of therapy. I can tell.